You, there's not gonna be an intro today, no groundbreaking interactions, nothing special. I'm just gonna talk about the league, how it went, my opinion, and overall what I experienced. First of all, this character I just made because there's a guy on YouTube and he's streaming also. He's called Connor Converse. And I saw this interaction with Stalking Panther, which basically what you do is you stack energy shield in your body armor and the rest just goes to evasion. Actually, only my boots and my helmet is evasion based. But we stack a decent amount of evasion with that, like 67%. And in addition, we have also deflection, some from our tree, some from our gear. And I do it with a crossbow instead of a bow, with mortar cannon. Mortar cannon is broken, but it's very blinding. So I turn down everything on my settings, and I'm still stuttering, of course. Dynamic resolution, anything I can, I turn down. Ultra performance, it looks like Minecraft, but I don't care. It's so blinding with max graphics. By the way, the difference uh, I get when I go to max my settings out is like 5 to 10 frames per second. It's not much of a difference. That's why I just cap the frame rate, so maybe I can get some more frames. It's it's really weird because I can play decent amount of games, max graphic settings. I have no problem. With Path of Exile 2, it's becoming a bit of an issue, like it was with Path of Exile 1 for some time. Overall, this league, they tried to introduce us into some gameplay of 5 or 7 buttons gameplay, which is disgusting, by the way. I don't encourage this and I don't like it at all because maybe they have their vision, but each player has his own vision of his build, how he wants the build to be. For example, maybe I want to press the cannon. When the cannon crits, I do some other interaction and chain something really fun. But it's all about building. There is less building. They added more notables, and there is less building than it was before. Because before we just build around our gems, our skill tree to make interactions work. Now they just want you to press a lot of buttons. That's why they actually did the flammability thing. Because, let me see, this helmet, actually. This helmet ignites enemies around you. Right now, you cannot ignite them directly. So, for example, Temporalis and Gas Grenade was a pretty decent build with that helmet. So everyone was ignited and you just throw the gas grenades and it was so fun because they explode instantly. Now, you cannot do that. You have to wait like 3 to 4 seconds before the enemy gets ignited. And it's pretty trash. It's unplayable. It's good because we got to explore more builds. The Mortar Cannon, for example, it's a good addition to the game. It helps new players. You just have to put down your cannons and it automatically targets enemies, and it's really fun. And it also bypasses the grenade limit. For example, now I have 4 grenades. If I cast 4 grenades, then I have nothing to do. Same with the other grenades. So yeah, I league started with Stormweaver. It wasn't as good as I expected, so I swapped. I swapped to Blood Mage, I made my purple bolt build, I actually made it one button build with custom crit uh, and snap and living bomb. You didn't have to push 3 buttons to get one fireball proc. The infusions are nice addition, but they are trash at the same time. Because, for example, some interactions like the fireball needs the fire infusions. So we had to build around fire infusions. Okay, it's nice, but nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to chase, to play Chayula Monk. It's like playing Chayula Monk. You have to chase the infusions for the build to work. It's it's not right. Anyways, evasion is broken, as always, and they added deflection on top of evasion, and now you can avoid all hits, which is crazy. They removed acrobatics, which I think was here. Acrobatics was a notable that gave you less evasion, but you could avoid all hits. For example, ground effects and stuff like that. They added deflection, so if you fail to evade, maybe you get to deflect. Deflect, it's like 40% less damage taken. And you can further increase this to like 46 and even some more with some gear and the tree. I don't think there is any in gear right now, but yeah. Get some, for example, deflection on our tree, it's enough. And with this notable, you get like unlucky hitting you and lucky damage on hit. So it's 20% chance, but it's still some more survivability. This character is tankier than the Blood Mage is tankier than everything. With Ghost Dance and Wind Dancer, it's crazy. Anyways, the Abyss was a really good mechanic. It was almost flawless. It was a perfect mechanic to add to the game. A really enjoyable league for its league mechanic. It suits the playstyle. It's really nice because it's PoE and Abyss and PoE go very well together. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I scrapped my other characters. I'm just left with this one. I'm pretty much done for the league. The only thing I have to do is craft this crossbow for grenades. I tried to desecrate suffix to add crit chance and crit damage, but I realized this is not possible. I have to mess around with Omen of Whittling and Dextral Erasure, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Dextral Erasure. And the thing is, I will add the desecration on the prefixes to get +1 ballista totems, and then get +6 of all attack skills on my suffixes, and hopefully I will hit crit chance and crit damage. That's what I'm aiming for. But it's very expensive, like you see I'm broke. I have already spent like 200 or 250 divines on this because I failed many times on the suffixes. So I gamba with annul. I hit the annul is okay, but I realized you cannot homogenize the crit and the crit bonus because it takes all the attack tags. So we have to do it the old-fashioned way. The perfect thing to do was to start over, but it's gonna get really expensive, and I'm pretty much done for the league. I'm gonna be playing the next PoE1 league, of course. Probably I will league start some minion build, maybe SRS or turn to Chains of Command, or some Chieftain slam build, for example, maybe Sander, and then turn it into Fulcrum Chieftain, or maybe RF, and then turn it into Fulcrum. It's really fun to play Chieftain because the only thing you do is scale fire resistance. Nothing else matters. If you scale fire resistance, you're GG, over. Maybe then, if I farm enough currency, I turn it into an armor stacker. I don't know yet. But for a trade league to have an armor stacker is it's really weird if you don't know what you're doing, and I have no experience in armor stacking. There's a guy on YouTube called Big Daddy. He's every league armor stacking. Hopefully we get a new mechanic. Hopefully we keep the mercs. The mercs were a very nice addition. And also the big change for minions and change of commands especially was that Animate Guardian right now doesn't lose the gear. He comes back alive. But he cannot come alive on the same area. If you go to a different area, if you, for example, if he dies in a map, it's done. You cannot do the map. Anyways, I don't know what I'm going to do. It depends really on the content they release. And yeah, that's pretty much about PoE1. Let's get back to PoE2 right now. Not much testing done here with the tablets and stuff. I enjoyed the towers. I don't know about everyone else because you get stuck many towers. For example, here I have one. I could stack some towers here and also other three. 1, 2 for sure. I don't know this one if would catch this one. But I could farm this, for example, 2 or 3 times. It was nice. Right now, it's a bit weird, and I don't want to get into stuff at the end of the league. My only goal right now is to craft the crossbow, and then I'm done. Probably will change everything to 1 exalt, and opponents stay AFK so everything goes away. So beware. Character name is Parley Founded. Because many people, they open shop here. Open shop, take whatever. Shop prices dropped. All classes. Biri biri. Shop. Everyone opens a shop. You open a shop and you wait in the hideout. You go AFK. People will come. If they like, they buy. Sometimes I do too. If I find something really good. Anyways, I had a lot of fun this league. It was pretty decent. The new acts are a masterpiece, to be honest. Interludes are a bit long. What I would like to happen is Act 4, really good. And interlude acts to be 1 act with less areas. For example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 areas. We don't need 6 areas, maybe 3 here, another 3 here, and another 3 here. And this to be 1 act, maybe in a sequence. For example, you go here, you take those bosses, you go here to take those bosses, you go here to take those bosses, but to be a little bit faster. 9 total areas would be nice for a whole act. And then an act 6, of course, which would be not too big one, but big enough to make it interesting. And of course, the beast, I would expect this to be a quite nice boss fight, and then he would be transferred somehow into the endgame. This league, they made this game quite an action RPG, hardcore action RPG like it should be. But too many buttons is taking off the experience, you know? It's taking chunks of the experience, which a lot of players, I think, they disliked. Some people should have the choice because some people like that playstyle, but it's like 5 in 100 people. It's like 5%. The other 95% doesn't want to do that. I think there might have to change some things, make it more complex to make a build like this, but still that element has to stay. Block chance and the warrior in general was gutted completely, disgusting, destroyed. Nothing left for a warrior to do. If you play warrior, you just Warbringer had like a really good ascendancy with a block. Right now, gone. 75% max block. It's not that good, to be honest. And that's on a warrior. the rest of us get 50% block. So block was completely ignored this league, although block is a really good defensive layer. Of course, it was much better than the last league. I mean, last league was weird. I didn't play it almost at all. It was weird as fuck, I'm telling you. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. See you soon in Path of Exile 1.